In all my years as a gamer, I actually never witnessed a game company that is like Bungie. I literally never, literally. And I am, for the people who don't know me, my name is Percy. I've played games for over, to be honest, since 2009. I never played online in 2009. I think I started playing online games in, so to speak, in, let me be clear, like in 2010, 2011. And later when Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 arrived at the horizon of our console time. Was a glorious time, by the way, back then. But anyway, I played a lot of games, Star Wars Battlefront 2 from EA, but this isn't the case of the video, or this isn't the point, the whole reason why I made the video. I just want to mention that Electronic Arts is one of the most baddest and one of the most unhealthiest game companies of all time, because they literally, all they did is like looting a ship, loading the cannon and sinking that ship to the ground of the ocean. So metaphoric to speak, what they actually did is they bought gaming studios, developer studios, and actually like expedited things up there, which means like they horrified the people who worked there with deadlines, stuff like that. Many people actually left some companies in the past, but most of these people were like EA's goons, to be very clear at this point. Like they literally were EA's, I don't know, like foot stompers. And EA actually closed these studios and abandoned these hardworking and creative people with actually zero respect and zero integrity whatsoever. And the point is, I'm pointing out Bungie is, or to point out in Destiny right now, but I want to rage about Destiny in general. So I played Destiny 2 since season of the first season of Witch Queen. I don't know how to say it in English, but I try to translate it word by word. It's season of the... Oh dude, I don't remember the name of the season because I don't have it on the screen anymore. Anyway, I just played since the first season of Witch Queen. I just bought the game because many people were like, my friends who play GTA and Call of Duty were like playing dungeons sometimes and were like, oh my god, that's so hard, or oh my god, that's so awesome. And then boom, I downloaded the game and paid like $80 for Witch Queen. I paid $40 for Beyond Light. I paid $30 for Forsaken and $30 for 30 years anniversary of Bungie. And at all, to be honest, in all these days since then, or in all these years until today, Bungie really stood out with the stuff they did, because actually making people at this company woke, or like having woke people at your workplace, is it isn't a crime in my, it isn't a crime, thankfully for these people. In my eyes it would be a crime. I just trust you. These people are so delusional, and I really need to say this right now, but in Germany mostly, like in politics it's a different story, but mostly in German companies we don't let people get jobs that just fill the quote. Only in our government, like, there are really these stupid people, or like in the administration, stuff like that. But in normal German companies, you wouldn't hire a goon who to just fill a goddamn fucking quote, because he's incompetent. He just fills a quote. That's not how we hire people in Germany, and I'm really thankful that it is this way. I'm not really a fan of capitalism, by the way, because it's such an older model of what's this thing called in English? I don't know. Anyway, I will maybe talk about it later. But anyway, back to Bungie. It's actually horrifying for me as a gamer who actually played over 10 years video games online. I'm shocked, really. I'm really shocked about this time, because Bungie is actually, I can't say this straight, but Bungie has made me like shaking my head so many times in all these 3 years, because what did they do? They actually try to silence people that are against the wokeness. They actually press out every single dollar they can out of the people, and that was only a strategy that EA actually made one of the worst companies of gaming in history in the last 30 years. So I mean, even Bethesda, who is one of the most hated gaming producing companies of all time, was outruled by EA in the last 20 years as far as I know. But this isn't a rage about Electronic Arts, this isn't about Bethesda, this is about Bungie. And I really hope that some people who are really, really good YouTubers, like Aztecros for example, or Red Carcass, or everybody else, I don't know, like sees this video, even Jarv or Xhoundish, like these 4 people that I watch the most about Destiny. And I swear to goddamn God, I know I'm using a lot of bad words in here, but I'm a free person. I don't force to do like don't need to like really bash my words or like to wash them because they're dirty. I freely speak and I say what I think, and I don't shame myself to say what I think, because I live in a Western civilized country that is free of speech, and I'm support of Elon Musk with free speech because I share really his worldview about that. If you think something, you should actually say, and there should no law that forbids this fucking shit. Anyway, back to Bungie. It is with my horrific eyes to see that Bungie actually is keep fucking and keep annoying people of different how to say this right now in English, sorry, I'm German, forgive me if I sometimes need to say because I'm looking for a word. They actually need to mess and actually attack the community parts which actually are keeping the game alive. What do I mean by that? Just a short break from that, I am a Moira fan in Overwatch 2, which means I basically love to actually debate and discuss with people and try to outright them and speak the truth and actually out-counter them by argumenting. And to say this straight, Bungie is I can't say it clear, but this company is really strange, and at a certain point of view, it is literally undoubtable that it's not healthy for a company that wants money to actually attack certain like parts of your community and thinking you do the right thing. What I mean by that is, what did they do in the last changes? They actually did stuff with the pulse rifles. I believe this was accident, like I really forgive them with that. But at the end of the turn, they actually again acted against the speedrun community. And the speedrun community, and I argumentally can prove that it is the case, is one of the most parts of this game that actually pays a lot of money into this game. What I mean by that, there's people speedrunning, and I know them, who actually have Destiny on multiple accounts on the console or maybe even on Steam. If this is possible, I don't know, because I only have one Steam account and I never actually minded about making a second one because I don't play many PC games. Anyway, what I mean about that is they actually nerfed Mountaintop, and I really swallowed a lot of hatred about Bungie the last 2.5 years. This game is, and to relate that to EA standards, EA has actually brought out in the last, don't let me lie, in the last 5 years has EA brought up so many titles, so many games that are so unfinished, bugging, and actually trash. I couldn't say different. Same goes for Ubisoft, but this isn't a rant about Ubisoft, this is a rant about Bungie and about Destiny, what they do wrong. And here we are. What I mean specifically, so they nerfed Mountaintop like Tuesday, and here's the point. I really rant, and I really hope that some YouTubers actually agree with that, and like, I don't know, let Bungie know that these changes aren't healthy. People in speedrunning are like actually making more accounts to, like, I don't know, make better names, to speedrun on different accounts to top their best times and stuff like that, to, like, I don't know, get into certain communities, or like, I don't know, for whatever reason. Like, speedrunners in my eyes, or like argumentable in my point of view, are actually the people who actually keep this game really, really, really alive. The people who like lore, like I like the Destiny lore. The lore is so huge and could actually be a show or movie if Bungie ever made this. Like, this really can get, I don't know, like for example, just a short break on here, Bungie could actually make a show like Arcane. Arcane is from League of Legends, and it was a huge hype. Numbers of Star Wars: The Clone Wars was one of the most, or the best animated shows in Western Hemisphere, as far as I know. Of course, any anime shows like Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh are really good too. But Star Wars: The Clone Wars was for many people one of like the greatest animated show they ever like maybe see. So basically, anime is two. Like I wouldn't say one is better than the other, but both of them have, especially both like Naruto with the villains, stuff like that, like the anti-heroes, blah blah blah. Both of them have really great place in my heart, but this isn't about them right now. Let's go back to the basic. It's horrific that you as a game maker, developer, or senior engineer, what the fuck else, is thinking that it is a great idea to actually nerf stuff that actually receives or gives, okay, not received, but actually gives and grants fun to certain parts of your community. PvP is one of the most aspects Bungie actually takes look and took action on, as far as I know. Okay, as far as I can prove over the last 3 years I played the game, because they brought many new PvP maps, they balanced the sandbox multiple times, they have even a team for that stuff, which is remarkable, because you have one developer team. Why is only one part of this developer team strictly in charge for PvP? Like this, okay, I'm not here to debate on this one, but it doesn't make a lot of sense in my eyes. But really, they actually nerfed quite a bit. And to go back to the mountaintop, why is it such a strange charge? It's not the only thing they actually did over the last like months or years. They actually debated on nerfing Wellsgate to like actually like undo it. The same goes for Shadowsgate, as far as I'm informed. And so to speak, it's speedrunners, where I count myself among. I actually love lore, I actually love speedrunning in games, like completing shit fast and getting better, because speedrunning takes, in Destiny, okay, there are mechanics the game actually gives you on hand, but on the other hand, or on the other side of the medal, because the medal has always two sides, on the other hand, it's actually a lot of practicing and skill and getting better, like knowing certain skips, knowing certain strategies, how to perform better than before, stuff like that. And it's not what I'm doing in the background, by the way, but I just got some clips of speedrunning myself. I like how I do it, how I play the, like one of the best strikes in the game in my eyes, because it's one of the most fastest next to the Rasputin strike, which is actually the fastest as far as I know. I actually run with a guy the Rasputin strike. I don't know how it's called in English. I just call it Fallen Saber. I remembered. Run Fallen Saber a couple times, and then we run Birthplace of the Wild, and both strikes took us around 6 to 8 minutes to complete it with just 2 players, and we both use speedrunning. Isn't effective in Fallen Sabers as far as I know. It's not really, as I said, effective. It's just you could easily just play Arc the whole run, like with Amplified, and like speedrunning through that by being just movable faster with the Arc Amplified stuff. But for speedrunning a strike, Birthplace of the Wild is the go-to. And back to the topic. It's clear on my point of view that Bungie actually is, as I mentioned before, one of the worst companies in gaming history, or in making games, not in games history, but in games making basics. Okay, like in the like for example, you have the people who love weapons, like they are the Rifle Association. You have people that actually love golfing, so they're the golf lobby. You have people that actually, I don't know, like food, so they're the food lobby, stuff like that. And Bungie is like part of the entertainment lobby, or the video game lobby, so to speak. Like that's how we Germans view certain kinds of companies in the world. Like they're all parts of a certain specific lobby that actually has one job, or one big accomplishment, or one big aspect of fulfilling and doing stuff in certain direction. But Bungie actually is, and I didn't actually mention this to the beginning of the video, because I'm getting really angry, and I'm now really calm and can think straight, and like look really certainly how clear I really can look clearly right now on the case. Bungie is a delusional, childish gaming organization. What I mean by that is simply they delusional their own people that work there. What I mean, they actually lie. They actually think that they are right about certain stuff, but they actually aren't, and that's just sad. If you really are a woke star, a guy that believes in social justice, let me say one thing: world is cruel. World never gives you that what you wanted. World will one day take everything you love from you and everything you like, and then you will see a shattered life before lying on you, and you will actually realize that I am right. That's actually what will happen to you one day. Or maybe you're one of the lucky 10% of the people on this planet, or not 10%, because on the whole human race, like maybe the lucky 2.5% of the people with actually really enjoyable life. Maybe that's not counting for you what I said earlier, but anyway, it's if you really like pray this stuff, this woke stuff, LGBTQ stuff, you are just a delusional, like uneducated piece of trash. That's all I have to say about that. I can literally make an hour-long video about that, why it's actually trash. There are many people on YouTube, as far as I know, even in English language, such as Geeks and Gamers, Critical Drinker, Mr. Manix, and many more. Even Dr. Disrespect mentioned it once, that these softies that likes, oh, I like everything that comes my way. Actually, these people actually look behind the curtain and see that these people are pure evil and are manipulating freedom of speech. But back to Bungie. Bungie actually is having a charity recently about their own games, like where you can fundraise games, or where you can fundraise money for was it against breast cancer, I think. And I'm now sitting here and still really, like, think about it, just think about it, where they actually made you guys pay money and give you something, which is pretty cool. Like many companies should do that, but like, a gaming company should do that. Not many companies, but gaming companies should do this. Did they actually pay themselves? Did they? Like, mind about it. Just mind about it. Did they extra pay? Like the people who actually love their woke double moral standards, like over there at Bungie, did they actually benefit from it that you guys paid there? No. They got fucking laid off because the greediness of their CEOs. It's just, guys, wake up. Wake up. We in Germany, we are not infected with this bullshit. Okay, we have some people that are really brain dead, to be honest, but we Germans can think straight sometimes. Mostly, not sometimes, but mostly we can think straight. We know that you guys are being fooled all the time, even the YouTubers and the streamers, and I say that really clear right now. Bungie is one of the companies that actually rides with this wave of hypocrisy and actually stupidity, and Blizzard is actually following them into their footsteps. But like, even Ubisoft tried it, but like most of the studios of Ubisoft are living in like Asian countries and France, I think. Like I heard that like one of the biggest studios of Ubisoft is from France, but one of the biggest too is like in Singapore, so they are not really delusionable there, because Singapore people are basically people like in Japan. They know how to make money, and they know how to make a lot of it by simply maximizing efforts and stuff like that. But back to Bungie, it's these people really have like preyed on their hypocrisy and of their double moral, and look what the devs got. 200 of them were fired. 200. And last year when Lightfall came out, I think like mid Lightfall, there was also a huge layoff, and the CEOs, all the benefits is the CEO. The CEO is one of the biggest benefiters of all this. Whatever bad happens, whatever good happens, he benefits from all of it. And these people who think wokeism and SJW, social justice warrior bullshit, is actually protecting us, dude, just look around yourself. Do you see anybody standing by your side? No, you're all on your own on your life. You are all on your own. Wake up. Please, I fucking beg you guys, wake up. Even the developers at Bungie who have a little bit of my mercy, just a little bit, not much, but a little bit. Because gaming developers, the only good game developers I would really feel sorry for are the people that worked at DICE and tried to make a good Star Wars game. These are the only people in my entire life I would actually shake hands with and actually give them, I don't know, like $100 to buy them, I don't know, like food for 1 week. These people were glorious. And the people who made Modern Combat 2, Black Pegasus, Modern Combat 3, Zero Hour, and Modern Combat 4, and Modern Combat 3, Fallen Nation, Modern Combat 4, Zero Hour. These are the only people I will shake hands with. The only one. Maybe at Ubisoft too, for giving us great like Assassin's Creed games with great lore, great cinematics, great storytelling, stuff like that. But at Bungie, dude, please, shut the fuck up, dude. These people are so brain dead, it's just laughable, really. Like, we here in Germany, I swear to God, like, really, if I would have a time machine, and I tell you, if I drive back in past and make Germany a better country, like, okay, Hitler needs to be happened, because without Hitler, the Allies wouldn't turn into war and wouldn't westernize, like, how to say, Western civilization, like they give us the Western civilization standards, like democracy, fundamental rights, stuff like that, and without Hitler we wouldn't have these things. So you shouldn't correct Hitler if you go to past, like, he needs to live and do the stuff he did. It's cruel, I know, but life, as I said already, is cruel, and you guys need to deal with it anyway. And so to speak, these people are blinded, really. They are so blinded, and we here in Germany, and I promise you, if I go back in time and give us better internet as we had, and like make gaming companies actually produce games in Germany, I swear we would have better games on the market than we have today. Because in Germany we have things called labor union. I know that some American studios actually have built up these, like, in the past, or have like tried to build them up, but the rights, like the law rights in America, are really against these people, because, like, Volker Pispers, a German comedian, once said, capitalism in the end of stadium is America, where society is separated into, like, once 3 parts but now 2 parts. The super rich will actually get richer every year. The poor one who actually, like, I don't know, lies on streets with drugs. Or the actually second part of the poor one who actually needs 3 jobs, don't has a house or apartment anymore, and works like with 3 jobs to just pay everything he needs. Like, just to go back to basic. But Bungie is evil. Bungie is really evil, and I feel sorry for the developers. That's one side, but the other side is they really are evil with their own game, because acting against people, and I don't care right here, I said right now at 22 minutes, I don't give a shit whoever decides at Bungie what is to develop this or what is to develop this. Like, I don't give a shit who the fuck this is. Acting against certain people in your game, having huge amount of exotics, having a huge amount of exotic armors and weapons, and many of them since the, I think, 3 years I play Destiny now. 3 years of Destiny, I never, and that was, I should have said this in the beginning of the video, I'm sorry that this comes now. Anyway, I don't know how a game on Earth can exist where you have this much amount of stuff in a game, and you have people there that have no benefit of this whatsoever. None. Like, literally none. So what I mean by that, there's so many armors, so many stuff in this game, and they never integrated back into the sandbox. Like, best example for this is Starfire Protocol. Starfire Protocol was meta, or was pretty cool and good when linear fusion rifles were actually goated in raids. I still remember when people did Caretaker, when people did War Priest and Kingsfall with linear fusion rifles, like standing down low on the plates and never like go up to the balconies. And I came from this time, to be clear, that way. But Bungie really, I don't know why. There's a friend of mine called Xul. He actually said that some metas needs to be changed and stuff like that, because the game feels, I don't know, like, it feels boring after a while. I agree on that on a certain point of view, but the other thing is, if you ever shift metas, which is okay, like, shifting metas is okay, really, it's pretty, nothing about that. But if you nerf things to the absolutely meaninglessness, to the trash hole, like a hole where you put every junk in you ever saw in your life, and never put it out again, what is the meaning of its existence in the game anymore? Think about this, please. What is the meaning of having exo weapons, exo armor, and these aspects, not these aspects, but these abilities of their exo armor in game, if they're nerfed to actually uselessness? What's the meaning of this? If I would be Bungie, I would actually try and I would get it. I shouldn't say try. I would actually do it. I would make these exos somehow usable in each meta and in each sandbox scenario. That I just promise you that. And people who say you can't do that, I said, dude, saying always you can't do that because sometimes it's meta and this can't be integrated because it would be OP. Dude, fuck off. You can actually nerf things by a certain amount of percentage and not by a huge amount of percentage. That's what makes the difference between nerfing and balancing. Overwatch is one of the best examples for that. And you had to say this right now straight, Mauga is one of the most unbalanced characters I've ever seen in a video game. And Overwatch, to be honest right now on this point of view, and I need to mention that by the way for the people that maybe haven't played Overwatch in a while or haven't played Overwatch at all or play only Destiny and have never heard of Overwatch. If you ever want to know what happens when a game studio actually misses out on balancing stuff and winking everything through permission into integrating into the game or to nerfing or to push it in the game and say, oh, it will be fine, just go and watch Mauga. Just go watch one rant video about Mauga and clips about Mauga, how OP he is. Just go. Just right now stop the video, like open a different tab on your PC and watch the video about Mauga. I promise you, you will understand my point of view. I promise you will understand. And that's not a lie. That's actually just the truth. So, but back to Bungie. I'm sorry that I say this right now, pretty late in the video. Maybe at the end of the video, I don't know if I will cut it or if I will make a different uptime. But it is actually pretty sad that Bungie isn't able of integrating stuff into the sandbox anymore. They actually nerfed some races at the beginning of the final shape. I don't know why they did it. There are many people, I don't want to say any names right now because I don't want to have stress or beef with them, but they say stuff is overperforming, and that is the phrase, that is the opinion they have, and the counter argument I always bring is about how overperforming is this? Like, where is this overperforming? And then they say, oh, it's general overperforming. Dude, this game is basically separated, like in its core. It has PvP, it has high content at PvE, it has base PvE content, it has middle PvE content, which is dungeons, raids, which is like Nightfall strikes, and it has high-end PvE content, which is like GM raid, GM dungeon, which is like Master Nightfall. I don't know how to say it in English, like Master Nightfall or Top Nightfall. I don't know. Anyway, and if you say they're overperforming, what the fuck do you mean? Where is this shit overperforming? Is it overperforming at 90% at PvE? Is it overperforming at 10% at PvE? Some racers nerf, in my eyes, and I actually really over here argumentable defended it. The nerf was so unnecessary. It was so unnecessary. If something is overpowered, totally fine, but integrate it into sandbox and stop nerfing shit that is just good in 10% of the game. Some races is good at basic PvE, yeah, it always was, and it was totally ruling stuff, but I mean, even a Graviton Lance, and still until today, not this week because they actually messed up the Graviton Lance, but basic Graviton Lance is one of the most best weapons for Eclair in Destiny entirely. Really, like, you can play, what's this thing called? You can play for Barons too, I totally agree on that, but Graviton Lance in a huge amount of ads in certain locations, in dungeons or raids, Graviton Lance is one of the most, like, actually game breaking, but the most ruling Eclair weapon I have ever seen in 3 years of Destiny. And I love this weapon since over a year or over 1.5 years since, yeah. And really love the Void, by the way, and yeah, anyway. And I can sit here sometimes and minding about the state of the game while I play different games like Overwatch, GTA Online. I recently actually replayed MV 2019 and Cold War, and minding about the old games I played, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, and all these games were good, but since a couple years in Call of Duty especially, there were like pay to win stuff and stuff like that, but that isn't the point. The point is that Bungie somehow actually do it and shit their game into a position where it shouldn't be or where it doesn't need to be. And what I mean by that is, if you, as I said, have so many exo weapons, so many exo armor and you don't know how to actually integrate it into a sandbox, then you aren't a good game developer. You actually are trash. Really, like, from my point of view as a long-time gamer since 2009 until today, and I'm not as old as Aztekros maybe is, but really just look the fuck up. Dude, this can't be. You guys can't do stuff in your game. Okay. Let's say different. You can do stuff in your game. This is your right as a free creator of this game, but you need to live with the consequences it inflicts to the people who are the paying viewer or entertained ones who actually pay for the game itself. What I mean, the people who actually play your games are king. In Germany we have an unwritten rule, if you work in a German company, the customer is king. I know this sentence makes sense in English, and I think some people know the sentence from their workplace, but America is delusioned and compromised and corrupted by woke people who actually ruin, how to say this now, like they really ruin quality and quantity aspects of each company they are working in, or they undergo, like, how to say it in German, like they unterwandern, undergo or underwalking, like they corrupting or compromising it. So, and Bungie is one of the companies where this is actually one of the biggest problems I have ever seen in video game history. Like, EA has its own problems, okay, yeah, but Bungie is really setting a high bar for that shit. Because, as I said earlier, in German we have this rule, yeah, customer king. What that means is, if you have a paying viewership, a paying, like, ship of people, a group of people, not a ship, a group of people that is playing your game and paying for it, then these people are all that matters. The only game in the last 10 years who understood this was Fortnite. And I don't like Fortnite because I don't like Battle Royale games. And why? Because it's simple. Spawning in location without having anything, running to get everything, or like thing you want, and then get cheaply killed. This isn't why I turn on my console. I turn on my console to have fun and not to waste my lifetime. That's why I don't play games like Fortnite. They're trash in my eyes, and always will stay trash no matter what they do. So to go back to Bungie, they should stop not listen. They need to stop doing stuff in their game and thinking that this is good. They need people like Aztekros who actually says, or actually like speak with this community and makes his own thoughts, and like making a like a sheet, like on Reddit, where they actually made this Pixel War once. He needs to like sit with his members of the community in Discord, and they write suggestions and they speak in streams about it, and then they write, like, I don't know, not an essay but like a dinner for paper about stuff they should change in the game, or they should actually adjust and look around. And that would be good, because people who play your game active and are standing behind YouTubers, these are the people that is actually one part of your paying people who actually hold the system going. To say this really clearly, YouTubers are gold mines sometimes if you really are up to listening to them and don't do your own shit. But Bungie actually, and as I said this right now, Bungie is incompetent what actually prolongs to this point. They actually do things, and this is really crazy why I actually made the video, because I'm so tired of this shit. They do stuff, they don't think straight of it. They think they have good ideas, but they don't. And you as a normal gamer from 2009, you sit here and think, dude, what the hell is wrong with these people? You really hear and think, what the hell is wrong with these people? And dude, you're totally right. Bungie is really stupid, really. Like, from my point of view, this game company needs YouTubers better now than ever before. They need people who have a wide view of the game. They need even to actually get people on their workplace to actually hold, I don't know, like hold a speak up, a meet up, stuff like that on Discord with speedrunners, with the people, like with many variety of the people who play this game. Because speedrunners, they are drip people who actually like care how they look, they grind for each ornament and stuff like that. There are people who, where I count myself too, there are people who try to help other people to complete raids first, like people who, like me, we carry Sherpas through raids, stuff like that. And all in all, Bungie needs to hook up these specific people in the community, and but they don't. And that's one of the biggest issues I have so far with this company in like the last 2 years where I minded about Bungie. Like in year 1 I played Destiny, I didn't mind, I needed to get fresh with the game, I needed to look how stuff works, because many of my old friends actually like never explained any shit to me. And so I watched YouTube, stuff like that. That's like how I actually found Houndish, that's how I formed Red Carcass, stuff like that. And to speak so, it's actually pretty sad how this company runs their own game. This game can be so good. Maybe they figure out a better plan. I don't have a master plan to run the game at all. But to nerf aspects of people who speedrun the game, and these people, and I see this really clear right now, these people are one of the most active group of players and even paying players you have in this game. And you don't want to lose these people. If you keep acting against these people, and it's a while ago since they acted last time against us, but if you keep acting against us, you will lose out one way or another. And I say this really clear right now, I speak for all the speedrunners. Maybe some of you who are speedrunning disagree with me, but if you keep acting against us, we will maybe look for a different game or play a different game or pause playing Destiny, and you will lose money by that, and that's not what you actually want. And if this is what you want, then you're hella stupid, as I already said, and then you don't deserve actually to run the game all at all, because this is madness in my eyes. This is just madness. But yeah, that's what woke people are. They are really delusional, uneducated, stupid, back to the sky and to the moon. It's I can't say it different, but it do really, these woke people, you guys need to leave. You guys need to leave video games alone. Go, please, hold your shields up in the sky, pray for your rights, pray for wokeism all you want. You guys have actually zero integrity, you guys have zero brain. I could easily outhandle each of you by simply counter-argumenting you to death. And I do, what the fuck is wrong with you? You guys corrupt everything you see, you guys force all your narratives, all your delusional worldview onto fictional stuff where people actually come from work, come from their lives to actually have some minutes where they can actually relax from the real life and the stress or the shit that was going on. That's what gaming and entertainment in video and movies and shows is all about. And you guys can keep corrupting good shit. You guys can't. And I tell you this right now as a respectful person who loves to argument. You guys one day will pay for that. You guys hugely will pay and suffer from that. Because Bungie actually, I don't know, Sony isn't really woke as far as I as far as I know. I can't speak 100% of it, but as far as I know, Sony isn't a huge woke company that actually deals with woke stuff like that. They are really based, and they know how to make money. And if they actually turn the leash on Bungie right now as a pet, I hope we get better direction, and I hope that Destiny will actually do better stuff. I actually think about how to make Destiny better sometimes. I actually was a bit lying about that, but I am not a game developer. Maybe some people think I am wrong with some stuff, but all in all, Destiny, and I say this really clear at the end of the video right now, you guys need to stop nerfing stuff, reintegrate it into the sandbox. You guys need to stop to act against certain parts of your community, even though these people are paying for your games. And all in all, you guys need to figure out how to run this game. By the way, at the end of the video, I want quick to mention that there are many bugs still in the game, like, I don't know, that Nezarek doesn't show the buff when you shoot his bracelets on his shoulder pads. There's a bug where the planet guy in the encounter of Macrocosm actually shows different things than that needs to be dunked in the middle to start damage. That happens quite a times. I could even, next time if it happens, I will maybe make a clip just to prove it that it actually can happen. there are still modes in Gambit that bug under the map, and this is the case since 3 fucking years I play the game. And all in all, this game has still so many bugs, there's so many things that needs to be fixed. And as I said already, integrate stuff back into the sandbox of the game. And I really hope. I literally play Destiny now more timely in the last 2 years than I have played GTA, Overwatch or Call of Duty, because these games are so goddamn trash today that I rather would play the same raid. Okay, you guys can literally check my raid report for that and dungeon report. I literally play the same raid 10 times a week rather than playing one ranked match in Overwatch or playing one game at Call of Duty. And I am not the only one. And I am really not the only one. There are many people who play Destiny a lot of time that are tired of this game. I can totally understand it, because Destiny isn't really glorious. There are many new people who come to the game. I really like to help these people, and I want to keep helping these people because it makes game fun for me too. But for me, I can sit here at home after work, or in the past after apprenticeship, to like compared to Call of Duty right now, to MB 2019 when it came out. I can sit here and watch gaming die because some delusional, stupid, full idiots are actually too stupid to run their own game. I'm sad and I'm tired of the shit, and this needs to stop. This really needs to stop. Because we could have so much fun games, and I promise you this. I know I said it already with the end of the video, but this is the end right now. I can't live in a time where single player games actually come out on the market, or like PvE co-op games come on the market and dominate like AAA games with PvP aspects, and like with a huge AAA studio like EA, Bungie, and even other studios like Activision, Blizzard, stuff like that behind it. I really don't want to see this. Many people are making memes about it, that like AAA studios are really trash these days. I know the company politic is really difficult, but again, build labor unions, force CEOs to listen to you, and if you can't do it, or if you keep lying, or if you keep, I don't know, whining about how difficult your job is, dude, fuck off. We in Germany, we can tell you, you need many things in job, and you need to do your job correctly, or you get fucking fired. Stop whining, stop lying, and start making a good game. That's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching or not watching the video. I really left my soul into this video. I know I'm a really harsh talker sometimes, but yo, dude, the most people just react to negativity. And I'm really frustrated sometimes, because Destiny could be such a good game. The same could go for Overwatch. I maybe make a rant video about Overwatch as well. But all in all, it thrills me to see what actually gaming studios do these days, and like what kind of shit they deliver, and like call it a video game. It's just this can't be. This just should be illegal, and I'm really angry. Really, this is so wrong in so many ways. But good thing I have trust in all the days, and still the trust pays off. We gamers know when it's time to leave a sinking ship, and when to actually back off stuff that is actually doomed to fail, and move on to the next project and make it big. That's how actually I think that's how actually Assassin's Creed was getting good at the start, or like how they actually got so much money out with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because many people like Norse mythology, and many people were tired of shit games such as Call of Duty or Fallout or different other games like Overwatch at the time. That's how these games sometimes are specific, making so much more money. And even Fortnite, to say this at the end of the video, even Fortnite, to say this really clear at the end of the video, if you, Bungie, want to have a good game, and a game that actually makes a lot of money, do yourself a favor. Get some people that join YouTube or Discord servers, watch the discussions up there about the game, make a list with these people how to fix the game, how to actually address some of the biggest issues in the game, fix them, and listen to your community. That's the golden rule to have a profitable game. And with that, I'm out. And you woke illusional people at Bungie, go fuck yourself. You guys have zero education, you guys have zero intellect, and you guys really ruined gaming all in all. So fuck you. And I'm out. And by the way, I don't regret saying all these bad words because I am a free man living in a Western civilization. I'm not living in Russia or in China where you disappear into certain camps just because you said something that is forbidden by law. You stupid people. Goodbye, I'll see you in the next one.